honorable members, a very good morning to one and all. I welcome you all to the School Youth Parliament session, and I hope this session will be fruitful. We begin today's session with the oath or affirmation of our newly elected members. Secretary General, please.
Now, I call upon Srimad Ramakrishna Hegde, who stands elected from Hassan constituency of Karnataka state, to take an oath or an affirmation. Srimad Ramakrishna Hegde, please. Srimad Ramakrishna Hegde, do you want to take an oath or an affirmation? In which language would you like to take the oath in?
सबको मेरा प्रणाम. I, Ramakrishna Hegde, having been elected as a member of lower house of the Youth Parliament, do hereby swear in the name of God that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established, and that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of my country, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter.
Now, I call upon Srimati Ashwini Gowda, who stands elected from Bengaluru South constituency of Karnataka state, to take an oath or an affirmation. Srimati Ashwini Gowda, please. Srimati Ashwini Gowda, do you want to take an oath or an affirmation? In which language would you like to take the affirmation in?
ಅಶ್ವಿನಿ ಗೌಡಾದ ನಾನು ಯುವ ಸಂಸತ್ತಿನ ಕೆಳಮನೆಗೆ ಆಯ್ಕೆಯಾಗಿದ್ದು ನಾನು ರೈತರ ಹೆಸರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ವಚನವನ್ನು ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸಲು ಬಯಸುತ್ತೇನೆ. ಹಾಗೆಯೇ ಭಾರತ ಸಂವಿಧಾನದ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಂಗ ಕಾರ್ಯಾಂಗ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಗೆ ಬದ್ಧನಾಗಿದ್ದು ಸಹನೆ ನಂಬಿಕೆಯ ಮೂಲಕ ದೇಶದ ಐಕ್ಯತೆಗೆ ನಿಷ್ಠಳಾಗಿರುತ್ತೇನೆ. ನನ್ನ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯವನ್ನು ವಿಶ್ವಾಸದಿಂದ ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ.
Now it's time for obituary reference. Honorable members, with great regret and sorrow that I inform this house about the sad demise of our former Minister of Chemical and Fertilizer, Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs, Shri Anand Kumar, member of South from Bangalore South. He was a leader for its true sense and instrumental for the upliftment of poor, especially in southern India.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, I extend myself and my party members with sorrow that the nation is feeling on the sudden demise of the former Union Minister Sri Anand Kumar, who died at the age of 59. He was born in a middle-class Brahmin family in Sheshadripuram, Bangalore, Karnataka. He completed his bachelor's degree, law degree in Hubli. He was an eminent RSS member and moreover, he represented the Bangalore South constituency 6 times in our own party ticket. His achievements and contributions are the motivations for the younger generations of the nation. I extend my heartfelt condolences to the bereaved family.
Honorable Speaker, and respected members, I associate myself and my party members with the loss and feel right that the nation feels sad demise of Sri Anand Kumar. He was a great social worker who contributed a lot for the upliftment of downtrodden in the society and gained lot of respect within the state as a political leader. His extended donation towards the country will certainly be remembered, and I extend my heartfelt of condolence towards his brave family.
Now, the House will stand for a while to express our deep sorrow. Secretary General, may please convey the message of condolence to the bereaved family.
Yes, madam.
Now I request our Prime Minister to introduce his new ministers.
Honorable Speaker Madam, I am glad to inform you that there are new members in our ministry. At first, I would like to introduce our Agriculture Minister, Mr. Charan from Andhra Pradesh. And second, I would like to introduce our Education Minister, Mr. Deekshan from Telangana. At last, I would like to introduce our IT Minister, Mr. Amrut from Karnataka. Thank you, madam.
Now let's begin with questionnaire. Question number 101, Shriman Nishant.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, will the Minister of Agriculture be pleased to state that out of 141 million hectares, I repeat, 141 million hectares of total area surrounding the country, only an average of 65 million hectares, I repeat, 65 million hectares of total area is currently covered under the irrigation, which makes only 46%. Substantial dependence on the rainfall makes a high risk and a low production. When the government is busy favoring all the industrialists, what are they doing for the poor farmers?
Honorable Minister of Agriculture, may I answer the question please?
Honorable Speaker, Madam, before answering the question, निशांत जी, आज आपका जन्मदिन है क्या?
Members, please maintain silence.
हाँ जी, क्या? Happy birthday निशांत जी.
धन्यवाद चरण जी.
I would like to inform our honorable opposition that the government is committed to accord high priority.
May I know what commitment the government has regarding this matter?
Honorable opposition members, please be calm. Let him give his answer.
Madam, I am coming to the point. The government has committed to accord high priority to water security. Ma'am, we have also implemented Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sanchai Yojana to increase farm productivity.
Honorable Speaker, can Agriculture Minister throw more light on Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sanchai Yojana?
Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sanchai Yojana is a national mission to increase farm productivity and better utilization of the resources in the country. Farmers can contact call centers by calling 1551 or 1800 180 1551 for any queries regarding agriculture or this scheme. The budget of rupees 53 billion, that is 5,300 crores, was invested on this program in a time span of 1 year. Madam, and I conclude that every farmer in the country was helped by this program. Thank you, ma'am.
Sir, do you have any supplementary questions? Any other supplementary questions? Shriman Yashas?
Honorable Speaker, I myself, along with the whole House, is here to know the action on Fasal Bima Yojana, which is the highly proclaimed program of the government on the welfare of farmers. Madam, as the government is giving most of the importance in the advertisement of the program, whereas the poor farmers community is not having adequate information or knowledge about this program, such as what is Fasal Bima Yojana, who will pay the crop insurance premium, who are eligible to do that, etc. Honorable Speaker, I would like to hear this from the Finance Minister about this program.
Honorable Minister of Finance, please.
Honorable Speaker, as the opposition member asked the question about crop insurance, I assure that crop insurance is provided to every farmer in our country who were able to provide the necessary document which were needed to provide the insurance. Honorable Speaker, ma'am, I also want to state that most of the farmers were not able to get the crop insurance because they were not able to provide the relevant document to the government. Relevant document for crop insurance were mandatory for Bima program, where farmers can easily approach the revenue authorities through single window system. And our whole program will provide the documents within 15 days. I repeat, within 15 days. Thank you, madam.
No more supplementary questions. Question number 102. Srimati Shravya.
Nowadays, children are more likely to be vulnerable to stress. Will the Education Minister be pleased to state what extra money the government has been provided for the improvement of students' mental health? Honorable Speaker, I would like to know whether the government is seriously considering the problems that are being faced by young generation. If so, what are the measures that government has been implemented in this regard?
माननीय शिक्षा मंत्री, इस प्रश्न का उत्तर दीजिए.
Honorable Speaker, many students, those with pre-existing mental health issue, have found hard during home isolation and remote learning. And even many students had to deal with their family problems, which increase the stress of the students. Honorable members, the teachers have been given training in these types of areas so that they can identify the students suffering from these types of problems. Now, around 25%, I repeat, 25% of secondary school have mental health practitioner on staff so that they can identify the students suffering from these types of problems. This is a serious matter. If these types of problems are not solved, this may lead to many problems. So, the government has demonstrated plans to give adequate training to teachers in these types of areas. Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, do you have any supplementary questions? Any other supplementary questions? Srimati Jeffrey.
In an audit report presented in the Parliament, the CAG said over 70% did not have running water facilities in the toilets, while 75% were not being maintained hygienically. The Swachh Vidyalaya Abhiyan was launched by the Ministry of Human Resource Development in September 2014. It mandated that every school must have separate toilets for boys and girls. Poor maintenance and poor water availability were found as major challenges in the government school. Honorable Speaker, may I know what are the actions taken by the government in this regard?
Minister of State for Education, please.
Honorable Speaker, we have proposed a new program, Swachha Sauchalaya Uttama Shale, clean toilet based schools for the government schools in this budget year. This will increase the infrastructure and maintenance of the government school. Ma'am, we are working with different NGOs regarding this issue. Many schools have received the fund from local donors, places like Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka. Thank you, ma'am.
No more supplementary questions. Question number 103. Shriman Chandan.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, the Environmental Minister be pleased to state how much damage has been done to the Taj Mahal by Mathura refinery and what measures have been taken from Archaeological Department to save the national monument from destruction. Honorable Speaker, Madam, I want to know whether the ruling party is really taking any initiative in this matter.
मैं यह प्रस्ताव रखना चाहूंगी कि we should shut down more number of industries near the Taj Mahal, cleaning up and preventing pollution discharge into Yamuna. An area of 10,400 square kilometer is defined to protect the monument from pollution. और आपकी जानकारी के लिए बता दूं कि भारतीय सुप्रीम कोर्ट के द्वारा ताज ट्रेपेजियम जोन में लोकेटेड सभी इंडस्ट्रियों में पूरी तरीके से कोल और कोक के ऊपर पूरी तरीके से प्रतिबंध लगा दिया गया है।
Sir, do you have any supplementary questions? Any other supplementary questions? Srimati Samyukta?
Honorable Speaker, whether the government has noticed an increase in the occurrence of natural disaster in Kerala over the last 5 years. If so, whether the government has any plans to increase in the number of automatic weather stations in Kerala. There is 256 weather stations as recommended by the Bureau of India Standards to improve the disaster preparedness in the state. And if so, where are the details therefore? Honorable Speaker, whether the government has taken any steps to expedite the installation of automatic weather station in Kerala, which has already sanctioned by the Indian Meteorological Department. Honorable Speaker, I would like to know what are the actions are taken by the government in this regard.
Honorable Minister of State for Environment, please.
Honorable Speaker, yes, there is an increase in the occurrence of heavy rainfall activities in the state of Kerala during the southwest monsoon season, that is from June to September. These details were taken during the recent years, and it is clear that the heavy rainfall events in the Kerala is increasing. Yes, the Indian Meteorological Department has plans to increase the number of automatic weather stations in the state of Kerala. As per the Indian Bureau standards, Kerala is to have a total number of 115 automatic weather stations, and IMD has planned a total number of 100 automatic weather stations in the state of Kerala. Honorable Speaker, there are many other steps taken by the government for this situation. Thank you.
No more supplementary questions. Question number 104, Srimati Usha Kiran.
Honorable Speaker, will the Honorable Minister of Welfare Affairs be pleased to state what is the total number of beggars in the country? Is the government seriously thinking to solve the social problem? If yes, what are the proposals to solve it?
Honorable Minister of Welfare Affairs, may I answer the question, please?
माननीय महोदय, भारत में कुल 4,13,700 भिखारियों की संख्या है।
Honorable Speaker, Madam, what did the Honorable Minister just say? 4,13,700 beggars. Such a shame for the nation, Madam.
Yes, I agree this is a matter of great concern and requires immediate consideration. And our government has taken initiative to overcome this serious problem. Madam, I would like to ask our honorable opposition, what steps did they take regarding this matter when they were in power, wherein the number of beggars were more than 6 lakh. And I am glad to inform you that the number has declined to 4,13,700 during our tenure. And I will assure to the House that steps will be taken in coming days to completely eradicate the term poverty from the nation. I repeat, to completely eradicate the term poverty from the nation. Thank you, madam.
Honorable Speaker, as the Prime Minister said that there are 6 lakh beggars in our country when we were in power, yes sir, I agree. Due to lack of improved technology and some social disturbances, we were not able to overcome this poverty problem. But now, the Prime Minister and his party members should be focusing on finding the solution, not blaming over us for what we have done since the past few years.
और हाँ, हमने भी बहुत कुछ सोचा है जिससे हमारे देश में गरीबी कम हो सकती है। शहर में जो भीख मांगकर कमा रहे हैं, अब अपनी मेहनत की रोटी खाएंगे, क्योंकि उनको आत्मनिर्भर बनाने का प्रयास किया जा रहा है। रायपुर के विक्षुब्ध नवस के शंकर नगर के भिक्षुक पुनर्वास केंद्र में रखा जाता है। इतने में आईटीबी भारत की टीम वहां पहुंच के ये जानने की कोशिश करती है कि भिक्षुक को किस तरह से आत्मनिर्भर बनाया जा सके। इसके लिए हमारे सदस्य पूरी तरह से प्रयत्न कर रहे हैं। इस संदर्भ में मुझे कुछ पंक्तियां याद आ रही। धन बरसे ना बरसे, धन बरसे ना बरसे, पर कोई खाने को ना तरसे।
Ma'am, do you have any supplementary questions? Any other supplementary questions? Secretary General report the message from the upper chamber of Youth Parliament.
I am hereby directed to report the following messages received from the Secretary of the Upper Chamber of the Youth Parliament in accordance with the rules of procedure and the conduct of business in the Upper Chamber, and hereby directed to enclose the copy of the Illegal Migrant Bill 1988, which was passed by the Upper Chamber at its sitting held on 17th October 2017.
Honorable members, I have to make an important announcement on my own behalf and on the behalf of honorable members of the House. House and I have a great pleasure in extending a warm and hearty welcome to the British parliamentary delegates who are on a visit to India. Delegates arrived on 20th September 2022 are now seated in a special box. Madam Mary Clara, Madam Mary Williams, Sir Henry Cavendish, Sir George Fernandez. We wish a happy and a comfortable stay in our country. Now let's take up calling attention motion. I request Srimati Purvita, Srimati Srushti, Srimati Lekana and Shriman Manoj Kumar to call attention for the Minister of Home Affairs. Srimati Purvita, please.
Honorable Speaker, will the Minister of the Home Affairs be pleased to state whether there is a continued easy access of asset despite on its existing regulations on the sale of assets? If so, the details thereof, whether the government has taken any concrete steps to discourage the sale of assets due to acid attack against women. If so, Sir Speaker, I want to know what is the punishment given for the convicted persons from last 3 years?
Honorable Minister of Home Affairs, please.
Honorable Speaker, the statement is laid on the table of the House. Police and public order are state subject under the 7th schedule to the Constitution of India. The responsibilities to maintain law and order, protection of life and property of citizens, including investigation and prosecution of crime against the citizens, rest with the respective state government. The state governments are competent to deal with such offences under the extant provisions of law. In terms of the Poisons Act 1990, state, union territories regulate the possession and sale to their respective poisons rules. The Ministry of Home Affairs, MHA, has circulated the model poisons rules to all state union territories for notifying the same to regulate the sale of acid and corrosive chemical. Further, MHA has issued the advisories to all state union territories. As per data published by the National Crime Records, a total 131, 150 and 105 cases were registered in the year 2018, 2019 and 2020 respectively for the acid attack on women. A total 28, 16 and 18 persons were convicted in the year 2018, 2019 and 2020 respectively. The punishment for throwing acid on women is jail time of minimum 10 years that can be extended of life imprisonment along with a fine that is reasonable enough to meet the medical expense.
Srimati Srushti, please.
He changed my face, not my heart. He threw Honorable Speaker, I myself is a victim towards this corrosive acid attack. The suffering and depression I have faced because of this must not happen to anyone else of my country. The government has to take a serious action towards these inhuman activities on women.
Srimati Lekana, please.
Honorable Speaker, the most common cause for acid attack is denial of marriage, rejection of men and boys, easy availability of acids. It's an expression of control over women and girl bodies. The attackers throw acid on face or body of a woman, making her suffer physically, mentally, and also making her life dangerous and restricted. I feel immense sorrow that one of our member, Miss Srishti, has suffered due to acid attack. I show my condolence to her and her family. Sir Speaker, in the year 2013, the government has passed orders prohibiting the over-country sale of acid to restrict its usage. But still, the acids are being supplied illegally to the culprits, and the acid attacks are the evidence. The most corrosive sulfuric acid is supplied in excess proportion, which is the main cause of women's sufferings. The government is not taking any precautionary measures in these actions.
Shriman Manoj Kumar, please.
Honorable Speaker, despite improvement in treatment of women around the world,
Violence against women is still one of the greatest challenges that the modern world is facing today. Violence against women takes on many different forms. One of them is acid attack. West Bengal accounted for the highest number of acid attacks in our country. NCRB report shows that West Bengal, Delhi, UP contributed to the almost half of the acid attack in our country in 2018. The report is laid on the table of the House. Moreover, culprits are not being given with proper punishment for their action. I ask the government that what action they would take if one of their family member is the victim.
Honorable Minister of Women and Child Development, please.
Honorable Speaker, firstly I show my condolence to Srimati Srishti of the opposition party, who herself is a victim of acid attack. May God give her all the strength to come out of this incident at the earliest. In the case of acid attack, the victim can file a complaint against the culprit without any hesitation. According to the National Crime Records Bureau, from the year 2014 to 2018, totally 1,483 women are victims to the acid attack. The victim is liable for compensation up to 3 lakhs. I repeat, up to 3 lakhs. The compensation is paid in addition to the fine paid by the culprit. The heinous crime of acid attack is not only dealt by the IPC and the Indian Evidence Act, but also contains relevant provisions in the section 375A of Code of Criminal Procedure. After the case of Lakshmi Agarwal, the Union of India has released some guidelines stating that no one should sell the acid to the people who are at the majority, and there should be an identity proof before selling the acid to the people. Honorable Speaker, as the opposition party member said that, what would you do if this was happened to your family member? Sir, not only the ruling party has the responsibility in this case. We are united as a nation. It is each and every citizen's duty to educate and protect the women against such heinous crime. Thank you. Shriman Vikas.
Honorable Speaker, as the Minister stated, acids are still sold in India. Yes, madam, but not legally, behind the eyes of government and police department. We are in the process of restricting the sale of acid across the India. As been observed, acids are imported to the country from foreign nations. As madam mentioned, sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is now used in India only for legal purposes with legal documents. Ma'am, Section 326B, Indian Penal Code 1860 deals with voluntarily throwing acid in the intention to cause harm the person. He is imprisoned for 5 years, which can be acid attack. Thank you, madam.
Shriman Shreyas.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, let me tell you, education plays a critical role in the prevention of acid attack and any other forms of violences against women and girls. Prevention should start early in life by educating and working towards the promotion of respectful relationship and gender equality. I repeat, respectful relationship and gender equality among boys and girls. Madam, I am very sad to mention that Section 326 of IPC 1860 deals with violences causing grievous hurt by the usage of dangerous weapons, but it does not include acid attack. Why? Because it is not specified how it should be awarded with the penalty. In case of acid attack, a presumption is defined in the Indian Evidence Act under Section 114B. Madam, in the other case, if grievous hurt is caused by throwing acid, causing permanent or partial damage to the body, burns or disability to any part of the body by the offender with the intentions to injure the victim, the offender shall gain a punishment of 10 years, I repeat, a punishment of 10 years along with fine. Thank you, madam.
Now, the House will take up consideration for Information and Technology Bill 2022. Minister of IT to introduce the bill.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, I beg to move the IT Bill 2022 and act to consolidate and amend the law relating cyber crimes and matters connected therewith and incidental thereto. Madam, the bill is circulated among the members and has been placed on the table. This bill applies to whole part of India. This bill consists of total 94 sections, 13 chapters and 4 schedules. This is the primary law in India dealing with cyber crimes and digital signature. This bill says that persons of other nation can also file a case if the crime involves with Indian company. We have also increased the security of digital signature associated with their classes. We are introducing cyber crime appellate tribunal for hearing the appeals against the adjudicating officers. Madam, this bill is damn necessary for our nation and I request all the members, irrespective of their party, to support this bill. Thank you, Madam.
I am confident that all the members of the House, without any party affiliation, believes in the fact that this bill is in a dire need to be reformed, and therefore we will welcome this bill wholeheartedly, and thereby we will raise the standard of our IT digital transaction in this developing nation. With these words, I now move that the IT Bill 2022 to be taken into consideration. Shriman Chirag.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, I already gone through this bill and I certainly support this bill and I want to know the different security classes of digital signature. Thank you.
Shriman Preetham T.
Honorable Speaker, as the opposition member asked about the digital signature different classes. Class 1, it provides the basic level of security which are used in alignment with the law of data comparison. This cannot be used as a business legal document. Class 2, it is the highest level of digital signature. It requires a person or organization to prove their identity to the verifier before signing it. It is used for indicating GST bills, etc. Thank you.
Shriman Preetham R.
Honorable Speaker, we have many cyber crimes dealing with others' password and digital signature. Many people in our country are suffering from money loss due to hackers. There are no proper imprisonment and punishment for these cyber crimes. Honorable Speaker, I want to know what are the measures entered by the ruling party in this bill. Thank you, Madam.
Shriman Akshay.
Honorable Speaker, under IT Act, Section 66C, if a person fraudulently uses password, digital signature, and any other identifications of the other person, he is imprisoned for 3 years. And under Section 65, if a person with the intent to harm or imprisoned for 5 years with a fine of rupees 4 lakh.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, I and my party members have gone through the bill and I noticed that this bill is surely necessary for the improvement of the society and I certainly support this bill.
I appreciate honorable opposition leader and their members for going through the bill. And I can assure you that our ministers have cleared most of your queries. Madam, if any amendments can be done, it can be processed. Thank you, madam.
The bill related to IT and electronic commerce and for matters connected with and incidental there to be taken into consideration. Those who are in favor will say aye. Aye. Those who are against it will say no. No. I think the aye have it, the aye have it, the aye have it. Motion is adopted. Now the House will take up consideration for Commission of Sati Prevention Bill 2018. Minister of Human Resource Development, please.
I beg to move that the bill to provide for the more effective prevention of the commission of sati and its purification and for matters connected therewith or incidental there to be taken into consideration. Madam, the House is aware of the crime, sati, that is recently committed in a village of our country. Although the offence to commit suicide is contained in the section 309 of Indian Penal Code and has been held by various courts to include the commission of sati. Some of the important provisions of this bill are as follows. Clause 1. The bill defines sati comprehensively to include not only the burning of the burial alive of a widow with the deceased husband, but also of a widow with the husband or relative. Clause 2. Anyone who abets the commitment of sati would be given with the punishment of death or imprisonment for life. Clause 3. For the attempt to commit sati, we have provided the same punishment as for the attempt to commit suicide in the Indian Penal Code. However, since only a person under great pressure or not sound in mind would attempt to commit sati, we have provided the code tying such an offence should, before committing any person, like into consideration the circumstances leading to the commission of the offence. Clause 4. The bill also lays down procedure for setting up of special courts and appointment of special public prosecutors. Speaker, Madam, I am confident that all the honourable members without party affiliation will welcome this bill wholeheartedly. Thank you.
I am confident that all the honourable members of this House believes in the fact that this bill is in a dire need to be reformed. Therefore, I hope you will all welcome this bill wholeheartedly and through it help to eradicate this practice in this society. Srimati Purvika.
Honorable Speaker, I rise to support this bill. Government has come out with legislation, a bill which in a sense is a symbol of its determination to fight, a symbol of its will to see that the nation does not once again slide back into obscurantism. Madam, we know that happened in the days of Raja Ram Mohan Rai. What Mahatma Gandhi said in his days, they strongly condemned the practice of sati. They played a great role in almost eradicating this social evil from our society. Coming back to the bill, I would like to say that there are no two opinions on this bill, and I am sure that everybody in this house, to whichever party he or she belongs to, is bound to it with full conviction. With these words, I strongly support the bill. Thank you.
Srimati Jeevita R.
Honorable Speaker, the legislation which they have brought forward now is full of flaws and have been drafted without consulting any of the women organization. This bill provides that the attempt to commit sati will be punishable as suicide if the woman is forced to die. Then the charges should be against her murders and not against herself. But that is exactly what this bill has done. So this is my objection against this bill. Honorable Speaker, while I support
support the idea of bringing forward such a bill, I also have to state that this bill should be suitably amended before it is passed. Thank you.
Shriman Tarun.
Honorable Speaker, I am grateful to those members who have given their criticism on it. With regard to the main session, I would like to say that I do agree the whole problem of Sati and other such matters connected to the women in this country. But I think that we have reached a stage where we are, as a national committee, to improve the status of the women and give equality to them in all fields. On Speaker Madam, unless we are prepared to punish those who make an attempt to crime, I cannot ask you to punish those who make an attempt to crime. And we have introduced life imprisonment or death penalty for such an abatement. Thank you.
Shriman Prashant.
Honorable Speaker, Rajaram Mohan Roy understood it from 50 years back that Sati can never be voluntary. But now the present government has failed to understand this. Madam, I may submit that the present bill is good step in direction of combating evil of Sati. But the real solution for the problem lies in education of people. Therefore, Madam, I am really sorry for this. I cannot support this bill as it is. Thank you.
The question is that the bill to provide more effective prevention of commission of Sati and its glorification and for matters connected therewith and incidental there to be taken into consideration. Those who are in favor will say aye. Aye. Those who are in against will say no. No. I think the aye have it, the aye have it, the aye have it. The motion is adopted. Now the question is that clause 2 to 5 stands part of the bill. There is one amendment in clause 3 by Srimati Jivita. Are you moving it?
No, madam. In the view of reply given by the minister, I am not pressing my amendment.
Now the question is that clause 2 to 5 stand part of the bill. Those who are in favor will say aye. Aye. Those who are in against will say no. No. I think the aye have it, the aye have it, the aye have it. The motion is adopted. Now the question is that clause 2, the enacting formula and the title stand part of the bill. Those who are in favor will say aye. Those who are in against will say no. No. I think the no have it, the no have it, the no have it. The motion is negative. Minister of Human Resource Development, please.
Madam, I move the bill be passed.
Now the question is that the bill to be passed. Those who are in favor will say aye. Aye. Those who are against will say no. No. I think the aye have it, the aye have it, the aye have it. The motion is adopted. Now the House will take up private member resolution. Srimati Priyadarshini to move the resolution.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, I move the following resolution.
Madam, this House recommends that the government should take steps to combat effectively the spreading means of drug and narcotics, which degenerate the nation, especially the younger generation, and make institutional arrangement for the rehabilitation of drug addicts. Honorable Speaker, Madam, drug addiction is one of the greatest problems confronting in our country today. The great tragedy is that even the young children are not being spared. You will be shocked to know that in Bombay, unsuspecting innocent children are being made drug addicts by inserting drug into sweets. Once addicted, it is almost impossible to give up the habit. Even children resort to crime to get money to buy these drugs. Honorable Speaker, Madam, I would like to place the following suggestions. Firstly, there should be coordinated action by the various ministers. The measures should be combated by the Minister of Health and Minister of State for the Health. Secondly, the existing penalty under the law is too less. A rupees 2 lakh per year or a few years of sentence is not enough. Thirdly, government should mount an adequate advertisement campaign through radio, mass media, etc. Honorable Speaker, Madam, people should be educated and made aware of the dangers of drug addiction. Thank you.
Shriman Kishan.
I especially agree with her that the punishment is too less. I am sorry that these people are let off lightly. I also agree with the honorable member who has introduced this resolution that the government should coordinate the action against drugs by involving number of ministries. This drug menace is something which is not attacked now, but can be in our entire country. With these words, I support the resolution, madam.
Shriman Manish.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, at the outset, I thank Srimati Priyadashini for bringing into focus through the resolution the remedy and the problem of this drug addiction.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, I would like to put forward two suggestions. One is that more counseling centers. Counseling centers that are run up by voluntary organizations should be set up. Secondly, I would like to refer to what Srimati Priyadashini had said about role of media. Media's role has been selective and imaginative publicity that will help us to gain the desired results. With these words, I once again express my gratitude to the honorable member of this house, Srimati Priyadashini, who has drawn our pointed attention in this matter. And I am sure that this government will look at the problem with the gravity it deserves. Thank you, Madam.
Minister of Health and Family Welfare, please.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, I congratulate the mover of the resolution, Srimati Priyadashini, and other honorable members who have spoken on the resolution for focusing at the altar of public opinion, one of the vital health and social issues faced by the country today. Madam, I would like to submit the Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act on the table of the House. Madam, the Act enhances the punishment of rigorous imprisonment from 10 to 20 years and a fine of rupees 2 lakhs for the first time. Even attempted and conspiracy have become cognizable and entitle the same punishment. Rewards for informers. Madam, I repeat, rewards for informers. Anyone who informs will be definitely rewarded, and those who contribute to deduction and seizure have been enhanced from 10 to 20%. Special cells have been created in all custom collectorates in the country. Madam, there has been a sleep rise in the seizure from November 2021 to January 2022. Madam, I would like to inform you that about 780 kgs of heroin, 8,300 kgs of charas, and 23,000 kgs of ganjas were seized. Madam, this is the great achievement for the government that we had seen a huge amount of illegal drugs within a short span. Sea coast and land border vigilance has been enhanced. High-level meetings are held at the border states. Honorable Speaker, now I insist Minister of State for Health to clarify the queries of the opposition members.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, coming to the health side, the facilities for the treatment of drug addicts have been inadequate. An expert committee has even constituted by the Health Ministry, and I am happy to announce on behalf of the government that we have launched a national drug addiction program. To start with, these de-addiction centers will be started in the 4 metropolitan cities of Delhi, Calcutta, Bombay and Madras. The Finance Ministry has made available rupees 15 lakh for this mass education and motivational programs are being planned. I would like to call upon the political parties to start mass movement in the country, the movements involving students, youth, women and other public organizations to come forward and help government. In the view of the efforts undertaken by the government to meet this problem, Madam, through you, I request Srimati Priyadashini to withdraw her resolution.
Srimati Priyadashini.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, I I'm grateful for my honorable members for lending support to my resolution. In the view of assurance given by the honorable ministers, I hope that government will take all measures to eliminate this problem. Therefore, I may be allowed to withdraw this resolution.
Has the honorable member leave of the house to withdraw her resolution?
Yes.
The resolution by the leave of the house is withdrawn. Now the house is adjourned to meet again tomorrow at 11 a.m.